Hello, everybody. I checked the mic, so I know I'm on. Hello, and welcome to Rombo's Charts. And as you can see, there's a window above, and now with the summer, the sun is coming down, and basically, I'm too lazy to go up there and shut it. So you get this effect back here. Or also, it's the way I've been playing the spy. I'm glowing, except for my puts for today. That was pretty bad, but the 390 calls were pretty good. With that said, let's get into it. I'm kind of doing a Moonmarket request night from some members from the Moonmarket Discord, and we are starting off with EOSE. EOSE looks like it might be consolidating here. We broke above this resistance right here. So this morning in the Discord, let's see where we at here. I can't remember where I called it out. I think it was, I wanted to make sure that it got above this resistance line right here. I think it was at 2 something or whatever, and then made a big climb. So that was a nice little call. Now overall, 5-day swing. We're quite a bit up there. There's a big divergence here. This might have been the drop because of that divergence, but the momentum's starting to pick up again. But overall, we're getting close. We're at the getting close to the third deviation at 303. So you might want to be thinking about possibly taking some profits here. Obviously, it could keep going. It just did break, or is right at this resistance right here. So I would look and see what happens in the pre-market. If it jumps up a little bit, then I seriously think we could come up and challenge this high right here at 496. And definitely if we get above that, and then have a dip that's a little bit around that this line right here. So let's say we do make it up here, and even break it, and then if we rest, we come back down at this area, then that might be another good area to get back in, and then maybe we could start what I would call a stage 1, which again, stage 1 is uptrend, stage 2 is the top. No, that's not right, Ron. I'm sorry. So let's start this again. Stage 1 is this area right here. It's consolidation, up, down, up, down, up, down. Stage 2 is when you start getting higher highs and higher lows that break the previous resistance, which is about right here. Stage 3, stage 4, stage 1, and then stage 2 again. So that's what we're looking at right here. We're still in stage 1. This could very easily come back down tomorrow and come back down to this area right here. So here's the consolidation area. What I'm saying is, if we break this right here, most likely not guarantee. Again, old man in, well, today kind of a light room, looking at 3 monitors. So, but we could get a play like this, come back down, and then break out. We could do that, or come here and then just come back down and stay in this stage 1 area. So that's what I have for EOSE. Next is INTK. If I could get it up here. There we go. Sorry about that. Had difficulties. INTK. All right, here we go. So the big run up to the 4th deviation. Again, 99.9% of the time it's not going to come above that 4th deviation. and hold. And it did it down here, came back up, came down again. So with that said, fourth deviation up, and now second deviation below. We're kind of in no man's land here. So um, when we start doing that, you start looking at the horizontal support and resistance lines. Okay, so uh, we have quite a bit of resistance or support here. It looks like we had a little ghost wick here, and we bounced off it, so that's good news. Um, and so about right here now we're in consolidation. Again, just like what I said with EOSE, we could see a run up, and then come back down, something kind of like that. Um, boy, usually when it gets up this high, it goes equally down low. But that would be past zero. So I'm definitely looking more towards, bottoming would be 0001 right here, this area. So I doubt anything like that's going to happen. It is a little concerning that we had a big divergence here, not really that much of a pop. But the way it's looking now, I think this probably is, hopefully if we finish above uh, 105 tomorrow, and get above this resistance right here, and get above this is the 25 EMA. It looks like it's starting to even out, which is good. um, Typically, again, I'm not in it long until it's above the 25 EMA and the EMA is going up. So right now, the slower ones are still moving slightly down. They'll probably even out, which means that's consolidation area right here. And then what I would like to see, most likely, it pop up here. The EMA then would bottom out and start coming up, and then I'd wait for a retracement to test that 25 EMA, and then which also probably, we would be getting up around the -1 deviation, and then if we break that, we'll probably come up with a half deviation right here, probably retest this, and then maybe a move upwards by the money line right here. For some reason, though, the money line did not finish up at the highest candles. That's really odd. It's still at the lowest one. So momentum-wise, we're about right there. So this is considered the highest value for the stock. So I don't know how, if we'll get some massive runs, but it's a possibility. But definitely, if we continue upward, I think tomorrow we'll get above this resistance, and then I think the next resistance is, around 0.015. So I think we have a move in INTK coming up. Next, KATX. I put this on my last video, and it's basically just staying right along the support. It got up to, I don't know what it was, 20% up today. It finished at 11.54, which is a good sign. It's still trading volume-wise. It's still around average. So you always want to be careful about that when volume really hasn't picked up and you get a big move. And that's, it came back down quite a bit. But that's definitely a sign. Here's that 25 EMA. It held above it. The EMA is definitely evened out. I don't want that one. No, it's not telling me. One of those days. Yeah, the 90 simple moving average looks like it's actually coming up a little bit. Like I said before, it looks like it's obeying the wedges. This was a downward wedge. It did break to the upside, even though technically, really, it's just consolidated sideways over. But I wouldn't be surprised if we have a nice run up, and then it can come back down again and then break through, or it could just break through the wedge from here. So, but usually this is a good play. This is the major downtrend line. Usually when it breaks a secondary downtrend, it likes to, it's usually a nice scalp up to this line, and then usually it come back down and then break through, something like that. So that's what I have with KATX. Next is someone wanted to take a look at an old friend of mine, SRNE. SRNE finished right at this resistance right here. It is 1, 2, 3 deviations up. If we go by deviations and considering the major downtrend, this is probably working its way back down. With that said, here's the money line right here. That's where the value is, and it broke above that. Okay. Now usually I wait for a retest, but the thing is, it broke above here and it retested already, and now it made a move up. SRNE, it's let's see if I can get out of here. Here we go. This has a history of some major pops. Okay, now, oh, I just remembered on Netflix. There is an education video, or not a video, but a segment here that I'm going to do at the end. And this just reminds me, and this is one other thing I'll tell you. Guys, SRNE, price is going up, and what happens, it was around 723. Analysts give it a price target of $27. And it was down around 730, if I remember, right here. So I'm telling you, this happens a lot. They put a price target on, they let it run up, and everyone starts, yay, here we go, we're on our way to $27, and then look at this. Boom. It gets pushed down. It happens all the time. So just be aware of target prices, and maybe you might want to wonder who's actually putting out those things and who maybe who they might be working for. Citadel but because this happens a lot, guys. And so SRNE has a nice little cup here, maybe if we get a little, not more than 30% dip and comes back up above 283, this might be a really good run. Now remember, this is on the weekly chart, so this isn't overnight kind of stuff. This might take this might take 3 weeks for this cup to form right here, and it might not. It just might start coming up and just be a nice gradual type of move. It doesn't, just because it does form a cup doesn't mean it will put in the handle. It just might break the resistance right here and start on the upside here. SRNE somewhat kind of looks promising. I don't necessarily like it on the daily chart, but again, it did form that cup, so it can come up and break. So that's what I have with SRNE. Next is, I'm going to do that one later. Someone wanted me to look at GNLN. A couple people did. Quite similar over the year, downtrend. Really, a bunch of small candles, which is, it's NASDAQ. So usually this is something that you like to see. Not really a bunch of big candles and really a nice long sloping down 45-degree angle. It looks like it's trying to bottom out here. $1.87. We are below that 25 EMA. We actually kind of just went horizontal over the average price. It's actually overpriced right now, but to get it down to the average price, we'd be down below zero. One thing to be aware of, reverse splits, things of that nature, when they start getting down into this area. So you want to be really careful about that. But it's still in some kind, I would really say the consolidation here is from 0.397, let's just call it 38, down to the 1932 here. So it looks like we're, pretty much close to the bottom, until I see something, that, uh, catches my eye. I don't need to be the first one in. I would, first mouse gets the trap, the second one gets the cheese. I like to see it break over this, and then retest. This resistance right here at 0.226, before, I would really get excited about it. Um, there is that big divergence here. Nothing's really happened from it yet. I really can't see this being the outcome of this really long divergence here. So that tells me there might be a pop, but we're under the money line here. Again, the money line is the anchored VWAP to the candle with the most volume. So there's a lot of value right here. And right now it is undervalued. And usually I like to, and it's quite a bit far away from it. It's moving away from it here. I usually like to wait till it gets above that value line, comes back and retests, and then come in. And funny, here's really the consolidation is right here, right? And look at where the money line is. So usually when it breaks out of consolidation, what's it doing? It's breaking the money line. So that would be the safe bet. If you want to get in here, you might be down here for a year, or it might break out, the end of this week. But that's what I'm really looking at is, to have it break above, right now, like 3533 area. So it breaks above this resistance. Or you could just get in here and play it up there and play, the consolidation game, but it's awfully whippy, and, that's just a headache I don't like to get into. So that's what I have for GNLN. And then another one that someone wanted me to look at is IQST. IQST is something that I talked about on the last few of my videos, and you have a 22% chance that it breaks the down wedge. That's why I tell people, and even myself, because I don't listen to myself sometimes, and when I don't, I get burned. Okay, and what happens? It broke the downtrend here. That kind of scared me. Sometimes it does come back up and then breaks. But I was a little nervous when it gets so close to the wedge like this. It gets really unpredictable. Here we had a divergence and everything, and bam, it got you sucked in. So now we're moving away from the downtrend line. I'm not too thrilled about IQST right now. As long as it's below the downtrend line, I assume it's going to zero. That's all I'll say about that. Let's see, I think I already brought up KATX. Okay, last two. The SPY. SPY's my baby. SPY really made me mad today. Here's that downtrend. I thought it was going to play us all the way to the end like this also. But it was a little too. You really want to see it break around 2/3 the way down. But since we got past that, I thought it would work its way all the way down. But it looks like it broke. Now, rarely does the SPY straddle a downtrend like OTCs do. If you don't know what straddling is, we have an up day. Hey, we're going to the moon, and then the next day it gaps down and finishes under the downtrend. And then we're back under the downtrend type of thing. That can happen, but I have this resistance right here in this kind of a consolidation area, a minor one. This is the major one right here. See, I was betting that I was going to hit that and come down to here again. That's why I got puts. But luckily I hedged. I had 390s. That turned out really well today. Now. Me personally, if it breaks that area, the 393s most likely is coming up to the next deviation, which is the average price, which is 407. So maybe I probably wouldn't do this Friday, but maybe next Friday's 400s. You can maybe get the 400 if it starts breaking up here. You're definitely gonna be paying a little bit more for them, but getting the 400s and maybe playing it till Friday morning or something like that. Again, with the options, you always got to have theta in mind. So, but if we do start breaking more to the downside and getting under here, that'd be really nice. But it's really a weird area right here. When it breaks to the upside, right at resistance here, if you're thinking about getting into it, I just really might wait until it breaks that like 393.63 area, and maybe get some calls, and that would be a good move. And then once it hits here, it'll probably bounce down and retest, get rejected, and come down or come upwards. Right now, we're in a downtrend, so as far as I'm concerned, until we put in higher highs and higher lows, I'm always betting on the trend, which means that the downtrend is moves are bigger than the uptrend moves, obviously, because it's trending down. So that's why I got puts right here, because I thought it would be a safer play. But so far I'm getting beat up on that, but my 390 calls are doing well. So that's all I have on the SPY. Definitely keep in mind also, this is the biggest downtrend. This is the primary downtrend right here. We could be doing something like, here's the primary support. We got awfully close to it, and we just might be working our way back up to the major one, which is up in the 430s. So keep that in mind also. The last one here, guys, is kind of a educational thing. Everybody, Netflix is tanking, and now because it's tanking, they're going to have really bad earnings. So let's all get puts and we'll make our millions, right? In the Discord today, that's what I was hearing. And here's the day, a steady climb up, which first of all should kind of tip you off. And then at the bell, what's it do? Everyone's expecting this, and this happens. So you got into 200 puts at 200, and you're playing the 180s or something like that, and then this happens. Well, tomorrow morning, you better be praying that pre-market this does some major meltdown here, because you're going to be out a lot of money. And that's why I was telling everybody, you guys always play the reaction to the news. You don't have to be the first one in. The average price is 183. Okay, this very well could work its way down, because it did actually. It went up to the fourth sigma, and is holding here. So we could see some kind of a jump down, and you might get lucky to break even or something like that. But guys, you very well could have just waited till tomorrow, and then here's the reaction to the news, and now you could put like a support here, resistance here, and then play the action to the news. At the bell, see where this is, and if it breaks this area right here, then you get inputs, and you're in puts right here, and then you never know, we might see a big drop. Okay, but it keeps you out of danger. Patience always pays off. Okay, now of course if this tanks, yeah, but it's gambling, guys. It's just gambling, and if you're gambling, you're not gonna do well. You're gonna hit 3 out of 10. Okay, that's just the way it is. and those 3 are not going to make up for the 7 that you lost. I'll guarantee you that, because this easily could have kept going up tonight. Yeah, you don't know, and then you would really be in trouble. And you don't have to put yourself in that position. You just come in, play the support and resistance from what the post and pre-market gives you, and then go from there. I mean, think about it. You got in puts here, and you could have gotten into puts right here, a lot cheaper. And then if it makes a big move down, you're actually going to be in a better position. And you didn't put yourself in danger. That's just, to me, it's crazy. It's silliness. So, and maybe even there might even be, if there's enough people putting into shorts right here, it could put in some kind of weird little mini squeeze and have it run up to 240 or something, for crying out loud. So guys, just be careful on stuff like that. Gambling never pays. It just, not in this game. They're the best out there trying to take your money, and they know how to do it. And the most important thing for you is protecting your money. That's how you make money in the market, is protecting your money. So I rambled on enough, guys. Sorry about that. I hope you guys had a really, really good last couple of days, and we'll see you later.